What is up, bros? Josh here. In today's video, we're talking about the Research Bureau, and in the background, we'll have some Shiratsu gameplay. The Shiratsu is one of the lines I am regrinding through the Research Bureau, so that's why I thought we'd show it in the background. It's kind of, related, and also, I'm having some fun going back through these lines. But if you have been under a rock when it comes to World of Warships recently, there has been a new feature added into the game. Now, the Research Bureau, first of all, requires the person to have 5 tier 10s unlocked on their account, then they have access to the ability. Now, what you do with the Research Bureau, and this is World of Warships quote-unquote attempt to add some endgame content, longevity, continuation, and be able to keep playing, especially some of the old content. It's kind of funny because World of Warships lets you skip a lot of the content due to how some of the new lines are released, and now they want people to kind of go back and play it. Kind of seems counterproductive, but hey, it's their choice. They can do what they want. But it's been pretty fun. I've chosen a couple of the destroyer lines so far, and we've chosen the Royal Navy cruiser line as well. But basically what it is when you have the ability to use the Research Bureau, you'll go into your tech tree, and at the bottom you'll see a new little symbol, a Research Bureau or Research Point symbol, and it gives you the option to reset your line, assuming you have the tier 10. And with that, then you can then reset, so all of your ships are sold, all of the upgrades are then sold as well. The modules, I guess the modules are sold, the upgrades are sent into your inventory. They will be sat there. Same with legendary mods. That's one of the biggest questions is, do legendary mods, what happens with those? Also, some people have thought that legendary modules maybe get reset. The missions for legendary modules maybe get reset, and that does not happen. We tested that. Somebody said, like, if you have maybe your level 4 or part 4 of 5 of the legendary module for, let's say, the Montana, and then you reset the whole entire USN battleship line, does it reset all the way to 0? It does not, so you're good there. It keeps your progress, so that's something that's kind of nice. But yes, you go into your tech tree and you find out, hey, I want to reset this line. You go down to the bottom, it gives you the option. You'll sell the lines, and then you get to basically regrind it. Your captains will go into the reserve. All the XP that was stored on that line will go to the tier 1, and you're basically good to go. Then you basically regrind the line. And so I've chose a couple of destroyer lines, and then with those points you'll then go into the armory, and there'll be some new things you can purchase. One of the main things being the actual new ship that's out, the Colbert, the tier 10, and as we already know from the announcement, the Ohio will also be one of the ships. Also, you can get some flags and some free XP and all this kind of good stuff if you want to get something else. So one of the things I really want to talk about is kind of how it's been with this Research Bureau. It's been out for a few days, and I'll be honest, I think this is something that really not that many people will end up using, but for somebody that plays as much as me, I gotta be honest with you guys, I'm having some fun. I've really had like no real interest or need to play anything on my main account. If you guys have stayed up to me on the Twitch streams as we stream all these games, I've been playing an alt account for about a year pretty heavily because I've just had nothing to do on my main account. Basically, you get so much, you get all the, you get all of the tier 10 ships basically, you blast through it, you use your camos, you have the tier 10s, and then you're kind of set just wanting to, you're playing the same ships over and over and over. Yes, I know that's part of the game, but, I can only do so much, and it feels like I was kind of lacking something to do because you just get through the grind so much faster now than you used to be able to. It's kind of nice having something to do, a grind in this game to do, and it's been something that I just haven't had. Obviously, I know I'm in such a percent of the player base, but honestly, I'm having a bit more fun than I thought I would, because it's been fun to just kind of hang out with your friends, roll some divisions, play some ships I haven't played in a long time, and revisiting some ships that I actually quite enjoy that I really haven't played in a long time. So it's been, for me, it's been kind of fun. I'm actually looking forward to like getting in and playing with some of the clan mates, playing with your friends, and going in. But some of the things I'm kind of interested in, and your guys' feedback, is something that's kind of come up recently, and this is not how I thought they were going to basically send out the entire Research Bureau, and this is what happens when you sit and smoke broadside. No matter what, destroyers never change, so we did take out a DD right there. But this was kind of popularized, I guess, or brought to everyone's attention, and obviously this is something that I didn't think was going to happen at first. Then once they released the entire thing, it was then known. But Flamuu, obviously you guys know who he is. I will put a link down below to both his Twitch and YouTube. Go check him out. Awesome content creator. But he made kind of this thing well known that you can basically quote unquote stack, and what that is you can restart the lines over and over and over and over. And with those, you can then basically only play 1 or 2 games, because the requirement to get the then Research Bureau points is you have to tier 6 and up, you have to win a game with those ships. and you can do that in co-op, just like any of the Snowflake events, if you've had that, or the latest French event. Basically what you do is you can reset the same line over and over and over and over, and then it just kind of stacks up the actual win percentage, basically. So if as he did in his video, or he did in his stream, was he stacked up the same line like 5 times or 3 times, however many times it was, and then he just played one game and then got thousands and thousands and thousands of the Research Bureau points. Now, obviously, he is going to be in one of the percentage that's going to have enough free XP to do it. That's basically how he was able to do it. And with that, it's kind of like, to me, that's the part that's still like, why are they even allowing that to do it? It's not him by any means. It's just, it seems like it's so counterproductive, again, as kind of the whole system is in a way, but it seems so counterproductive to allow that to happen, because for me it seems like, hey, Wargaming wants to add some more things to do in this game, which I'm always for, but they're basically allowing it to be, instead of something like, hey, you've grinded X amount of lines, go back and grind through those lines if you want and get some rewards while doing so. Basically now, by allowing this, they've kind of just added in, hey, this is the best line. Obviously, he showed the best example of the IGN Destroyer line, the gunboat line, because it's the most efficient, least upgrades, it's the cheapest line, quote-unquote cheapest line for free XP. But they're basically allowing the regrind or the fast forward of the same line over and over and over, and then you just do it once, and then, you know, this is in seasons, so there are going to be multiple seasons you'll be able to do this. You can grind unlimited amount of lines, and then get enough points to basically buy whatever you want. Once you buy whatever you want, then you're kind of done. To me, that seems cool on paper, but in reality, when you get to use these stacks and whatnot, I find that it's kind of dumb. I don't know. Like, it seems kind of cool that if you're almost kind of getting rewarding for having some of these ships and then going back and regrinding it. I don't know. I think the best way that they should kind of do it, and I'm interested in seeing what you guys think about this, is, do you think you should be able to do the same line over and over and over? In my head, it makes more sense to have a 1 reset per line. So if you have 8 lines, you can reset 8 lines. If you have 5, the bare minimum, you can reset 5. If you have 20 plus, you can reset 20 plus in a season. It seems like the 1 per makes more sense to me, and that's originally how I was kind of showed or told about the entire line or the entire thing. But then in reality, they're just letting the same one go over and over and over. I feel like it kind of loses some of its charm of having this kind of regrind, and then it turns into just some of this min-maxy, most efficient kind of thing. I wouldn't say that's abusable, because still, it's, you know, you're going to need millions and millions and millions of free XP. As you saw in the clip, I think he has like 8 million or something free XP. If I converted that, we'd have a bunch too. I'm just having fun regrinding the lines, but it seems weird that I feel like this has so much potential about being a nice little alternate, or a nice little way to add in some extra content that's optional. But I feel like it's almost kind of ruined with, okay, just do this line, it's the cheapest, and just do it over and over and over, and then you're kind of good. I'm really interested in what you guys think. Really, are you guys interested in doing the Research Bureau? Now, obviously, it went through the whole the whole event of, it had the performance bonuses, and then once the performance bonuses were taken away, I feel like they had the big negative backlash from the community, which was right. I mean, even when we were told about the summit, none of us were really fans of the performance bonus. I think there's really only one person that I knew that was a CC that was even okay with it. And most of us were like, wait, I like the idea, but not so much the performance bonus. It seems something like it's mandatory. And that's basically what the community said, and we were kind of, everyone was basically behind it. But I like that it's now an optional thing, but it seems like it's just kind of ruined with this overall ability to just do the same one over and over and over. But never mind, I mean, it's not my choice. There's only so much I can do. But I am honestly having some fun going back through. There's so many lines that I haven't played for literal years. There are lines I have not touched on my main account that I have not touched really since going through the first time I went through, and that was 2015. There are some of the USN battleships low tiers that I have not played, and that was my first line to get tier 10. I've not played since then, so it is kind of like almost nostalgic, if you will, to go back and play these, and I'm actually having a lot of fun going back and doing a lot of this. And as you see right here, I haven't played the IGN Destroyer line on my main account again in years. It was one of the original lines. Now this is part of the gunboat line, which is the newer one. I'm going through that one. I'm playing also through the Royal Navy Destroyer line because it's just one of my favorites. And I'm also going to be picking up the Royal Navy Cruiser, as you saw with the one example. I really enjoy that line, so it's a lot of fun. But I'm interested in what you guys think. Are you guys going through the Research Bureau? Are you even doing it? I know that there's a bunch of people that they've actually been having some fun. I'm thinking about maybe doing some kind of maybe competitions or something like that. Maybe speed running or something like that might be kind of cool. But yeah, it's just, you know, I've kind of been doing this with the road to tier 10 in a way, so it's cool to kind of get rewarded. Now, I think that they could have, and this is maybe something for another video, I feel like they could have done made it really cool. I think there's a bit of a lost potential here, and what I mean by that is I think there's different ways they could have gone with rewarding stuff. I feel like they could have done maybe more cosmetics, and instead they kind of went with the reward ship version. So I don't know. That's maybe something for a different video, but that's something we talk about a lot on the stream as well. But my real question is, what do you guys think of it so far? Is it something that you're doing? Is it what lines are you picking? You know, are you going through and doing the stacking bonus and whatnot? And if you could change anything, what would you do? Now I know this video may get some negative things because it just is a very touchy subject when it comes to this thing, because it got such negative feedback in a way for a while. But I'm just kind of interested to see what the community thinks about this, and as we kind of have some pretty fun gameplay going through with the Shiratsuyu, and having some fun kind of bringing this back. And even we kind of went with I'm kind of playing this sneaky snake Shiratsuyu build. It's with BFT and radio location, so it's actually been kind of fun. It's kind of some people have called it the gunboat torp launcher build, if you will, and it's actually kind of worked pretty well to take out some DDs. You kind of wait a little bit till things are kind of low, and you can call them kill steals, whatever. I'm playing with my div mate, so it's all about getting those kills if I can. And there's the DD I was looking for, so I was trying to bait out some shots to figure out where he was. But you're able to even go in and beat some French destroyers, which is kind of nice. So I'm going to go dark here, and we're going to bring the game back. But yeah, this is more of just, one, showing off some fun gameplay. I'm having a lot of fun going back through these lines. I'm up to the Lightning, I think. I'm not really using my free XP to blast right through to the tier 10, but kind of just having fun and replaying some of the ships I've enjoyed for a long time. And it's kind of a nostalgic blast from the past, if you will. So but yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think of this so far. We'll talk about the gameplay, I guess, for the rest of this video. But yeah, I'm interested in what you guys are resetting if you're doing it, and what you guys think of the entire system as it is right now. I'm hoping that it's not like just a finalized thing. As we know, the resource or the months or the seasons are right now. The first one's 3 months. Should they add a max amount of lines per season? Should it cap out at 5 lines per season, or you know, should there be no cap? Should there be one reset per line? Should they just leave it the way it is? And should they do, you know, maybe something else entirely? And I know a lot of people are going, oh, this is a big waste of time, yada yada yada. But the thing I like about it is basically an optional thing. It got away from the performance buffs, which I think was the biggest downside of this. And I think that this could potentially have a good I hope it's not finalized. I hope they kind of are more open-minded to some of the things a lot of us CCs have offered. I wish that during each season there was maybe like a vault, like a historic vault, maybe of lost camos you couldn't get, or maybe some ships, or maybe like the black versions of ships that we saw on Black Friday, maybe some of those. I think they could really do a lot with purely just cosmetics in this game. Maybe some of the flags that were part of packs, you know, maybe something like that. I think there's so many different things they could do with this and really give it a lot of potential. So I'm optimistic when it comes to stuff like this. I always try to stay optimistic with a lot of these things, and again, interested in what you guys think. But the rest of this game so far, there's 3 kills. We hunted down a couple DDs and 127,000 damage. The Shiratsuyu, for me, is a ship that actually played it with one of the ranked sprint games the entire season, which was actually kind of fun, and it can always surprise me, but my god, it is so hot and cold. It is, well, I guess anything that's full-blown Torps is going to be hot and cold. But yeah, it's definitely a ship for me that I'll have great games like this, and then the next game I'll have, you know, I won't hit a freaking torp, it seems like, but it's kind of fun to revisit this, and I'm excited to get the Akizuki and the Kitakaze, obviously the Hiragumo, and then we'll focus on some other stuff. I kind of want to stick to maybe only going through one line at a time. We'll probably do a cruiser line next, maybe a battleship line. I'm not super interested in going down CVs, to be honest, but we'll definitely play some of the lines I really enjoy. Russian cruisers, I think, are a lot of fun as well. There's a whole bunch of things, and it seems like a lot of people from my guild, at least, or my clan guild, I'm talking, it's too close to World of Warcraft Classic time, but my clan, they're doing a lot of French cruisers, a lot of people revisiting those, so a lot of people really enjoyed those. I'm a DD guy, so I'm really excited about that. Just doing some DD lines, USN DDs, the Russian gunboat DDs were actually quite fun. Obviously the Royal Navy destroyer line is one of my favorite lines in the entire game, and also we're going down the gunboat line, which is just kind of fun to play. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. We've kind of brought this back. Our division did some hard carrying. I don't know if we get this last kill or not. I know somebody, oh no, I think our Colorado does. So I think we get a, what is it? A 7-kill team and a 2nd-kill div, and we bring it back here. I think those torps we're going to hit though. But yeah, overall a fun game in the Shiratsu, but this is more of just a let's discuss thing. I really enjoy these. This almost seems like an old school YouTube type. And do you guys, oh, he turned out, but I gave, you know, I set up my div mate. Look at this. He's perfectly broadside to a Colorado. Easy peasy, just a good guy I am. I want the assist for this kill, by all means. There's the Salper right there. But this is almost like an old school YouTube type where it's just you talk about something and you have some footage in the background. Yes, I'm interested in what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below. Do you like the ability to just regrind the same line over and over? Should they change it up to 1 per line per season? What should they do? I'm really interested in. This is something that I think the devs are kind of open as you see if they've changed a lot of stuff. I'm really interested in what you guys think. But anyways, that's it for me. A nice little game in the Shiratsu going down that line. Again, we play all of these live on twitch.tv/mejosh. And again, we are coming up to 10K subs. I appreciate so much support from you guys recently. The videos getting awesome views, lots of new subs, lots of new people, and I appreciate all the support. You guys are awesome. But we're so close to 10K. So if you haven't, hit that subscribe button as well. But anyways, that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, like, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.